Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. Today I'm going to show you how you can set up the TomCat CiCd, and we are going to do it in a almost complete automated way. So this is the repository I've created for you guys. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use Terraform for the deployment of the EC2 instance, and in those particular EC2 instance you will see the Tomcat and Jenkins are already going to set up. So I'm also going to show you if you do any commits, everything is going to be automatically updated, and the changes you made from the Jenkins um, for any commits will be deployed on that particular Tomcat servers. So let's begin. And further, I need to tell you guys that everything is set up on Docker. So let's see what I'm going to show you guys. So you can see these repositories if you navigate to my repository URL on GitHub. So this is the new repository I've created. So this is the URL of this particular repository. So what you guys need to do, simply clone it or download the zip and put it on your desktop or wherever you like. So with the help of Terraform, I'm going to deploy two new EC2 instances, and in those new EC2 instance, one is going to be the Tomcat and other is going to be the Jenkins. So let's see. So simply extract, I'm going to extract this, and I'm going to open one shell. So I've already configured my AWS credentials. So you can do that by doing um, by applying this command AWS configure, and it will ask for the credential. So of and press enter. So I've already provided my credentials. So I'm going to navigate into this particular Tomcat repository. So in this repository, I've created a learning folder as well. So in this learning directory, I'm going to show you that if you forget the steps, so every steps with screenshots are available. So first of all, this is the next phase of our deployment. So I'm going to navigate into VPC Jenkins Tomcat. So if I do ls and sorry, I have to navigate into VPC. If I do ls, you will see one AWS folder as we are deploying on the AWS cloud. Further, need to tell you that Jenkins and Tomcat scripts you can set up anywhere, wherever you like. So, as for automated deployment, I'm going to first initialize the Terraform. So, it will download the relevant plugins which are required. And then I'm going to apply the Terraform. I'm going to use the Terraform apply command. So, it will set up a new VPC and deploy new two EC2 instances along with two Elastic IPs. So till then, I'm going to pause the video. As you know, it will take a while, so plugins do take some time to download, depending on your network speed. So I will be back in a moment. So guys, plugins are downloaded, and I'm going to use the Terraform apply command, and let me just maximize the shell and just zoom in a bit so you will see. This is the Terraform apply command, and it is going to create one VPC. Let me navigate to the VPC section. By default, there is one VPC. If I just refresh it, or let me refresh it. So yeah, it will ask for to deploy. I'm going to actually have cancelled it. So it will set up the DevOps CI/CD VPC in our Virginia region, and uh, is going to launch 2 instance. So I've entered the value yes. By mistake, in previous step, I just pressed the Control C. So I guess click any key. So it was actually cancelled. So now I gave the value yes. So it is now deploying. Let me navigate to my VPC section. If I refresh it, you see one DevOps CI/CD VPC is going to be deployed with this side range 10.20, and I'm going to open new tab and want to show you guys that 2 new EC2 instances are going to be launched. So as far the tagging is concerned, you can give your own tagging. So I'm giving my tagging as DevOps Dev Jenkins ones and one, and DevOps Dev TomCat one. So also it is going to uh, attached one EC2 instance, sorry, one Elastic IP with this EC2 instance, and one Elastic IP with this EC2 instance. So you see this Elastic IP is created, and also one Elastic IP is created. What I'm going to show you guys that I'm going to use this in my domain saklanmushtaq.com, which is used by former international cricketer Saklan Mushtaq. So what I'm gonna I'm gonna navigate to that particular domain saklanmushtaq.com. So we have our setup in Cloudflare, and okay. So if I navigate to saklanmushtaq.com, I'm going to create a record, and this Jenkins and Tomcat, as I tested my images. So for Jenkins, uh, what I'm gonna do for Tomcat, I'm gonna give this IP, and this is the IP for the Tomcat. And for Jenkins, simply I'm going to copy this IP and put it as a record. Excuse me. So that's it. Our Jenkins and Tomcat servers uh, are ready. So I'm going to close that. Close this. I'm going to enter tomcat.saklanmushtaq.com, and I'm going to also you see Tomcat is up and running, and I'm gonna also enter jenkins.saklanmushtaq.com. So we have our Jenkins and Tomcat server are up and running in automated way. So definitely I have to first configure this as far as the admin credentials are concerned. I'm going to open one shell, and for the key, let me tell you that if you navigate to this zip folder which you have unzipped and navigate to AWS modules, there are secrets, and I've also provided you the keys for this for the Tomcat and for the Jenkins. So for now I need uh, Jenkins demo key, and I'm going to do SSH into this particular EC2 instance. So just let me zoom in a bit, and I'm going to do SSH Jenkins demo EC2 dash user, and I'm going to copy the IP address of my excuse me uh, Jenkins EC2 and uh, paste it here. So by for the sake of this demo, I've enabled SSH and HTTP and HTTPS port wide open. Even if you deploy through the Terraform, you can use your own IP, and both these three ports are going to be available on your IP. So I'm a bit lazy here, so I just need to tell you this part as well. For the security reasons, you should be using your own public IP in the security group. Okay, so let me show you that Docker is already running inside it, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do Docker exec Jenkins, and I'm going to get the contents of this file, which is located at this path. So simply put this and you will get a string, and this is the string for the admin password. I'm going to copy this and paste it here. So this all you need as far as the Jenkins administration setup is concerned. I mean, now you have to provide, you can install the relevant or suggested plugins for Jenkins, and it will be in a few moments because of the high throughput on these particular EC2 instance on AWS. So once this is done, I need to add an administrator user or admin user. Let this done, and I'm going to set up the admin user. Till then, I'm going to show you the parts now we are going to follow for our tutorial, and these are the tutorial I've set up for you guys. So simply in first part, what we are going to do, simply you can copy this or open in a next tab. So in the first part, what we are going to do, we are going to install the Maven integration plugin and Maven invoker plugin. So this in this project we are going to use Maven, which is going to deploy automated deployment on the TomCat user. So for the user, I'm going to use any password is any, full name is any at com. So you can set up excuse me your own, and it's a never the Jenkins .com is available for us. So as I've already shown you guys that what we are going to do is to navigate to Jenkins and manage plugins. And in the first tab, go for the available plugins and then type the Maven. If you type the Maven and press enter, it will just take a while. You see, Update Center is updating the list of the plugins. So in the first step, what we are going to do for the Maven. So even I forget the steps. So tutorials are a great way to um, to understand things. So let me open that part as well. Okay, yeah, this is the one. So we need Maven integration plugin and Maven invoker plugin. So, okay, it's not yet populated. Let me press the enter. So it's now populated. I'm going to simply check this Maven integration and Maven Invoker plugin. So, and then click the install without restart. So in a few moments, these plugins are going to be installed on our container. Actually, we are using Jenkins on Docker container and also Tomcat while using the Docker container. So in the modern era, I do prefer containers for my setups. And then, okay, this part is done. I'm going to show you the next part. Okay, this part is completed. The first step, and I'm going to call this open 1B, 1C, and 1D. So this is 1B. Then you need to go to the global tools configuration. Simply, we are going to navigate to um, Jenkins. Click on Jenkins global tool configuration. In global uh, tool configuration, simply ignore this and navigate to Maven, add Maven, and instead of calling this, simply call this any name, give this any name Maven. So as far as the installation of Maven is concerned, I'm also doing it automatically, but just need to tell you that the path, which path you have to provide here. So we are in the Jenkins EC2 instance. So let me show you the Docker exec interactive shell in the Jenkins and Bash. So simply type the ambient dash dash version. Okay, this ambient version give you a list of these. So our ambient home, our Maven home is USR share Maven. Simply copy this and put it here. As I told you that as far as the installation is concerned, it is also automatically deploying or set up for you guys. Simply you have to do this part from your end. So apply this and save this. Then we are going to simply see our next step. This is what I'm also mentioning here for you guys. So if you forget, you can easily able to put. So install automatically. Just as I told you, uncheck this. There is no need because we already I already installed the relevant plugin. So I'm going to remove these three tabs as these parts are done. So I'm going to open the second, third, and fourth part. Then we are going to move on the fifth part. So what we are doing, what we are going to do from our Jenkins EC2 instance, we are going to build this Maven project or WAR file. We are going to deploy on the TomCat EC2 instance, which I shown you guys on tomcat.sucklineonstack.com. So, as I told you, that TomCat is also automatically deployed. Um, in the next step, what we are going to do, we are going to install one more plugin, which is of deploy to container plugin. So if I navigate to my Jenkins, okay, So simply again go back to manage Jenkins, install plugins, and install one more plugin. The name of the plugin, as I told you, deploy to container. Press enter and you see deploy to container. So this is the plugin which we are going to use, and I'm going to install without a restart. So let this part finish. So this is done, and then we are going to move to our uh, this step. Let me show you. Okay, fourth step. And in this step, what we are going to create uh, is to create one job. So if I go back, if I go back to the Jenkins and create a new job, and the job name I'm going to, let's say, give any name, deploy to TomCat. TomCat, okay. You see this as we install the plugin, this is available. So I'm going to select OK, and then let me open the tutorial as well. So I'm going to close these parts 2, 3, and 4. So now simply we are left with fifth A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So it's not that difficult. Simply for the ease of use, I'm mentioning here what you have to go, what you have to do in your uh, job setting. So in first step, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use poll SEM, which is gonna poll every 1 minute, and in case of any commits, it is gonna automatically deploy to the Tomcat server. So this part is done. If I navigate to source code management, everything I have mentioned here. So in the repository URL, you have to put this public URL of the repository. Simply navigate to this repository, QuickBooks 2018 Tomcat, and copy the HTTPS part. Please do not copy the SSH part. So if I navigate to my section again, and you see it is a public repository, so it will not prompt for an error. I mean, it is not asking for credential. Then we are going to navigate to our other steps. So POM XML, I'm going to call this clean install package. Let me show you that part as well, where we are. Um, okay, so poll ACM I've already completed, and source code management I've provided my repository link, and in the fifth 5C part, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say clean install package. So let's give this name, clean install CiCd package. Okay. So you see this part is also completed. If I navigate to my part 5D, and I'm going to select, see wherever post step. So you see I'm in the post step. So I'm gonna post build action. I'm going to select this deploy var to a container. So simply if you click this section, uh, it will ask you to provide the location of or the path of your WAR file. If you are unsure, you can simply copy this and put it here. So what it is gonna do, it is gonna look for the deploy to Tomcat directory, and in that directory it is gonna look for this var file. So this part is done, and I'm going to click on the container section, and we are using the Tomcat 8 remote. So currently the credential are not set. As I told you, if you watch my previous video with regard to the Tomcat automated deployment, which I've already created. So um, I'm going to give the credential. Uh, there are different username. Let me show you guys. If I let me open the editor, Visual Code Studio, and simply navigate to the Tomcat CiCd folder. So if I navigate to my Jenkins, sorry, yeah, Jenkins, AWS, web app, and modules. If I navigate to uh, EC2 and user data, Tomcat. So these are the same automated script you can use. So these are the username of the Tomcat uh, with the relevant permission. So definitely I'm not going to use this user. So it is just a manager GUI user. So if you use this user, it will the pipeline is going to break and it will not end up with success because of the privileges. So I'm going to use the manager GUI and script user, or either you can use uh, the host manager, which I'm giving the full privileges. So for the sake of this demo, I'm going to use this user admin and saklanmushtaq.com pk is the password. So we need to create these credential first. I'm going to click add Jenkins. I'm going to add one user admin. I have to provide this credential. Okay, ID you can say that give this ID Tomcat, whichever you like, and I'm going to add this. So simply click on the admin Tomcat and the URL. URL is simply the one which I've already showed you guys. Uh, this is the URL. So this is the URL we are going to provide, and as this is the completely different server, as I told you, we have deployed two EC2 instances. If you watch my video from the start, you will see I'm deploying that two EC2 servers. So if I navigate to my tutorial, so you see every part is almost completed. We have set up the user as well, and uh, I was using in previous learning step, I'm using the IP address. So I'm going to apply the command and I'm going to save it. So I'm going to build it, and let's see if we face any issue, then we have to fix those issues. But first, for the sake of this demo, you should open the console and see what it is showing. So seems to be it is building the project. So that's nice. It's finished up in success. So you see, if I navigate to my Tomcat, by default, it uses the web app directory. So if I do slash web app, so you see, this is the app I've created. Hello, my name is Mohammad Asim, and I'm working as DevOps. This is my or saklanmustak.com website of the Saklan. So what about the automated deployment? So let's say if I do any commits, for that I've downloaded this zip file. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to simply clone this repository, or either you can do the commit as well from the console. For the sake of time saving, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you guys. If you navigate to the repository, okay. So if I navigate to the web apps, okay, navigate to this section. Sorry, I have to edit the previous one. Index dot .jsp. So hello, my name is Mohammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps. I'm going to commit one change. Let's see whether our deployment is automatically deploy on our Tomcat server. So Saklan Mushtaq, and I'm going to add one more website, Saklan Mushtaq and Saklan mushtaq.com.pk. So either you can do anything. I mean, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna update this, and I'm going to navigate to my Jenkins container and see whether PolSCM is uh, able to find any changes. So definitely PolSCM look after 1 minute. So I've committed one change in my repository. You see, automatic deployment is begin. So once it start, I'm going to open the console for you guys, and you will see that uh, the output of this. And one thing I need to tell you guys, everything I'm doing is in Docker containers. So it's finished success. So if I navigate to tomcat.com, if I refresh it, so that chain is to be available here. You see, guys, this is the complete automated CI/CD in Docker, and for the automation, I've also provided you Terraform code as well, so you can also spin up the EC2 instance, and everything is going to be deployed automatically. Hopefully, you like this video. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe on my channel. And tell your friends about this channel and use my code as much as you can, and try to automate things as much as you can, because the DevOps, it is very important you do look for the automations. Thank you. Have a nice day.